Okay, guys, today the message is just for you. You don't have to tell anybody that you were listening to a video about your belly. It'll be our little secret. I get it. I get a lot of messages, notes, emails from men who are very confused by what's going on in their belly. And maybe they heard about me from their wife or from somebody else who has belly issues, and they're like, does this happen to guys too? Like, what's going on with the belly thing? I'm seeing diastasis recti in men more and more, and I think I'm seeing it more and more for a couple of reasons. The first reason would be that men have ignored it for a long, long time, and they don't talk about it. And then the second reason would be that it's actually maybe on the increase. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that today, and just to like open your mind, be a little more conscious about some things. My guys, you work hard, and a lot of you have just a great exercise regimen. You're working really hard on your fitness, and like the belly is either growing or it's not getting better. And in some cases, it's kind of causing some serious problems like pain, discomfort, issues. So here we go. Let's talk about what could really be going on. You have a muscle that's going from your ribs to your hips. It's called your rectus abdominis. It goes like this. Okay. When that muscle is conditioned, it is the 6 or 8 pack ripple effect. Okay. And I know a lot of you have that goal. There is a line of tissue that goes down the center of that muscle. It's a singular muscle. There's a line of tissue down the center from your sternum down. The linea alba holds that muscle together. Like, why is this muscle different from other muscles? Well, because that muscle has to be able to flex inward and outward to support the organs on the inside. And here's what is interesting about men versus women. Women's visceral fat happens outside of that muscle. Men's visceral fat happens inside of that muscle. So actually you can see muscle, and there could be a layer of fat underneath it, which can make the belly look bigger, even if there's a 6-pack. The more serious condition would be if the linea alba is actually separating or stretching apart to allow the fat and the organs underneath to press into that, which can cause a hernia, which is something to really be conscious of, because it can cause a whole myriad of other problems, back problems, tummy issues, digestion problems, hernias, like I mentioned. So I want to talk to you about some of your regular practices that I want you to just consider and just think about. There's a difference in different training systems as far as how the core is addressed. And I'm from a Pilates background, and I believe wholeheartedly in Pilates. And I think everybody needs to at least have a little bit of knowledge about how the Pilates philosophy works, because it's all about coming back to the core strength, core engagement, core functioning properly in the body, makes the rest of the body work properly. Without that core engagement or that core understanding, if we're lifting heavy weights or doing ballistic movement, then that is a recipe for more of a problem. So if you are, for instance, doing Olympic level weightlifting or CrossFit training, I see it all the time. Guys, I love it. Guys, I know you're working really hard, but I see the, right? The grunting and the pushing. A lot of times that grunting and that pushing is you pushing your core muscles out. Guess what that's doing? It's injuring that rectus abdominis, opening that linea alba up and pushing your internal organs forward. So you can see why this is my theory on the increase in otherwise very healthy, fit men that are working really hard on their physique, why this is on the increase. And I've actually heard trainers tell people to push their core outward. Pause. Don't do that. Some trainer is going to send me a note and be all mad at me for saying that, but you should not do that. That could land you on a surgeon's table. That could land you in months of rehab. That is a problem. Don't do that. The core muscles, when you're lifting, need to pull in, need to be engaged inward, need to drive from the bottom to the top, pulling up and in. Pilates philosophy. If you've never taken a Pilates class, men, if you've never talked to somebody about how your core is supposed to work, just do that for me. You don't have to come to me. Find somebody with a background of knowledge in Pilates and core engagement and learn it. It will change everything. Not only like how you lift, but it will change your life. I remember when I figured it out and it was like, bing, light bulb moment. I stand differently. I breathe differently. I feel different. Every workout is better because I understand how to have the core be in the working zone with the rest of my muscles. It makes my muscles stronger. It makes my body stronger. Don't ignore it. Use it and get the background information and the knowledge. The other thing I see, guys, you get all excited. You're going to boot camp or to CrossFit and you're doing ballistic movement. You're doing things that go fast, that push the body really, really fast, and you kind of forget about your form. When you forget about your form, you're not doing anything. Sorry. When you forget about your form, when you're dropping your belly down, you're not getting stronger, you're kind of wasting time and could be causing injury. I'm sorry, I know you didn't want to hear that, but bad form is not worth it, and just go slower. Go slower and like tune into what you're doing, please. I'm asking you just to save yourself from future heartache. And I want to show you something real quick, which means I have to move the camera, so hold on. This is going to be very uncomfortable for some of you, all right? But this is not a burpee. Sorry, I know you didn't want to hear that, and I might have just tweaked my back a little bit even showing you that. This is a burpee. Did you see the difference? Right? When I sag and drop that belly down, could cause an injury, could cause a serious problem. When I pull that core muscle up and in, and I land in a strong, straight plank, I'm doing my body some good today. I know this is a lot for some of you to take in, and I know that it's scary. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to consider leaving me a note or asking me a question, or find a Pilates specific professional near you and get one lesson. I have spinach in my teeth. I've been talking to you this whole time with spinach in my teeth. I so apologize. That's awful. Thank you for telling me that, my friend that just said, hey, there's spinach in your teeth. I apologize. I'm almost done. Thank you for listening. Thank you for helping yourself. Thank you for paying attention. And now take care of you.